everybody, it's Friday. Woohoo! Everybody that goes to work Monday through Friday are pretty happy when whatever your time off is rolls around so we can be ready for the weekend. Of course, probably got to work all weekend, but sometimes you get to do fun things too. So anyway, on Friday, you've gone through the whole week, and if you're like me, and maybe you may not be, but there's pet peeves. So today is going to be pet peeve today. So I'm just going to focus on 3. I know who has 3 of them today, because these 3 really got to me. The first one was on Thursday and Friday here. It was really foggy, so you couldn't hardly see, when I left for work. So I checked to be sure my lights were on, and went on down the road. And you're driving down the road minding your own business, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, there's a car. And you're thinking, okay, why does that dude not have his lights on? Because it is foggy here. So you're driving on down the road, here comes another one. So I guess part of my problem is, who gets up in the morning and can't see out of their window for the fog, gets out in their car and says, wow, I think I won't turn my lights on today because I want to see if anybody sees me. Now, some people have the perception that headlights on a car or truck are just so you can see in the dark. Well, here's a little hint. Lights are on a car so the other people that are on the road too can see you and can see you coming. So just like turn signals, which we'll get to another day, the lights are there for a purpose. So when it's foggy outside or it's dark, let's turn on those lights so we can see one another. So I don't have to be shaking my head going down the road wondering what these people are thinking that they don't have any lights on. The next pet peeve for today is, I do grocery pickup sometimes because I just don't want to spend time going through the store. And so, in most places, there's a place where it says, park here for grocery pickup. Okay, it's marked, this is where you're supposed to park. The last 4 or 5 times I have gone, all of those spots are filled. And I look at the lockers where you pick up the groceries, and there's nobody at the lockers picking up the groceries. So I'm thinking, okay, sometimes you have to go inside and get your groceries, they have them behind the counter. But you kind of sit there and you watch, and that doesn't happen either. So I'm thinking, why are they parked in the spot that says for pickup only when they're not picking up any groceries? So as far as I'm concerned, that's just rude manners. So anyway, I go to get my groceries. And so I pull up in right along the curb there where it says no parking, fire lane. And I'm thinking, I'm parked here long enough. The lockers are like 10 feet away. I'll go get my groceries, put them in the car. I'll go on down the road and I will be good to go. Okay. So get the trunk open, or the hatchback, whatever you want to call it. Go over and start getting my groceries. And there's this dude there from the store, and he says, hey, you're not supposed to park there. And I said, yeah, I realize that, but do you see all these people parked over here in the pick up the grocery aisle, and they're not getting groceries? Those spots are full, so where am I supposed to park when I come get my groceries? Well, I don't know, but you're not supposed to park there. Well, granted, I could park out in the parking lot. I could go back to the lockers, get my groceries, and come back. But my pet peeve is that there's supposed to be specific spots for people to park to get their groceries, and they're not. Everybody else is using them for something else. So what is the point? I think part of the point is today nobody has respect or cares about anybody else. It's all about number one. And so that's a sad reflection on our society, but sadly, I think that's how it is. So as I say that and I go into my next pet peeve, you're going to say, well, she sure has room to talk. So have you ever gone to, we'll use Walmart, that I lovingly call the pajama and slipper people place, because people seem to have no respect with what they go outside in anymore. So anyway, I go into Walmart and come back out and get what I needed. And, I'm putting my seatbelt on, and I happen to look up in the rearview mirror, and I see a car just, giving me just enough room to back out. Now, granted, I am in spot 4. Spot 6 is open, but I'm in spot 4. So in order to save I've never counted, but I am going to guess maybe 7 or 8 steps from spot 6 to spot 4, they're going to park and sit there and wait till I back out. Well, I lovingly call them the waiter people. But what they don't know is, my dad used to call me bullheaded. So what they don't know is I can outwait them. I can mess around in that car. I can listen to the radio. I can read a novel. I can do anything I want to, and I won't back out till they go on by. Now, I know that's probably mean, but I'm thinking, come on, people. We cannot be this lazy that we can't walk a couple extra steps. And on top of that, there's waiter people that will wait on a car like me, who is not leaving so they can park. They will wait in there until that person leaves, and you've got 10 cars lined up in the aisle there waiting to go because this one person's waiting on this spot that Miss Stubborn is sitting in there not backing out, and so everybody else is backed up. So is it partly my fault? Sure. But then, you know, part of it is, come on, people, walking a little bit isn't going to help you. And if you're handicapped, there's handicap spots, so you can go up and park in those. But if you're just plain wanting to get a spot 2 spots closer, that's just unbelievable. So that is a big pet peeve of mine. I get really irritated with that kind of stuff. So it's Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm home. I don't have to go out amongst them anymore, and I can stay here at home. And if I do something stupid, then I'm doing it to me, so I don't have to worry about anybody else. But everybody have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.